So let's give it up for Tristan.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you, Tristan. I was just at my 50th birthday party at Solheimar Eco Village. It's Scandinavia's oldest eco village. It's about an hour and a half drive from here, and it was started by a woman named Cecilia, who was a disciple of Rudolf Steiner. And it's a really fantastic environment if you ever get a chance to visit there. But on the drive back, we were actually talking about, what does the name Tristan mean? And it means bold. That's one of the meanings. It also means the sound of armor. And it means, also the French version means sad. And it's also the name of a knight who was a legendary knight who stole the bride of a king. And the story Tristan and Isolde is, well, you may probably all know about that one. Okay, so I decided today, I was going to come here and do my, practice my TEDx talk with you guys, because I'm preparing on September 9th to do a presentation on meditation and technology. But I was feeling a little frustrated with my script, and so I didn't even bring my own computer or my script. So I'm completely off script. But I hope that I'm going to cover everything that I should, just, from my heart to yours. So so how does a woman, I originally, grew up in Palo Alto, and I'm with an arts and meditation background. Well, mainly arts, and then, but how do I get involved in technology? It was a really big leap, but about 2 years ago, I met the founder of Startup Iceland, and I went to the conference, and I got like this fire burning in my soul. I wanted to do something with meditation and technology, and I felt that there was something new that was needed. So turns out, and then I applied for the Startup Reykjavik Accelerator. I got in the accelerator. That was last year, and with the idea of creating a meditation app. Well, during the course of the 10 weeks, I found out that everyone is creating a meditation app. It's like there's a new one that pops up every week, and the market's very much saturated and flooded. And so my co-founders were pushing me. We really needed. They wanted to do the VR thing, and I was like, I'm just not sure. Not sure that that's really going to actually meld. I mean, already meditation and technology is a bit of one of those oxymorons, but to go in the realm of VR, I was like, I didn't quite see it. But during the accelerator, I got a job with Solfar, who created the Everest experience, doing a voiceover. And I had this experience of sitting on the top of Mount Everest. I had climbed Mount Everest. They created a really realistic experience. And then when I was sitting on the top, and I was looking up at the Milky Way and looking out, I'm sitting on the very highest peak of this world we live in, and I just wanted to sit there. I just wanted to be there, and I just wanted to meditate. So that opened up something in my mind. I came back to my team at Startup Reykjavik, and I said, plus we were under quite a lot of pressure, like, what are we doing with this business? We got to get our business plan all ready and everything. We were under a lot of pressure. I was like, I think this is it. We're going to do VR. And I actually believe, and from that point until now, it's only increased my belief that virtual reality is going to help many, many, many millions of people learn meditation. Because it immediately takes you out of the chaos or the distraction or the stress of the day, and it takes you into a world of wonder. It could be nature. What we're doing with Flow is we're creating these 360 environments using pure, untouched Icelandic nature, which for many people is like a religious experience. I don't know if you've been having that when you go in the nature and you just breathe and you feel the cool energy. It's just being in Icelandic nature is, from my very first time coming here in February 1995, I went to Thingvellir. And that's a very magical place. Maybe, most of you probably know that. That's where the two continental plates meet, the European plate and the American plate, and they're rubbing up against each other, and there's a rift and there's a wall, and that's where all the landowners, they came and they made their decisions. They spoke what needed to be spoken, and they did all their major decisions there. And I had this experience. This was in 1995. This is before I even really got into meditation. I just was standing there and I closed my eyes. And I heard a voice in my mind. This hadn't happened to me since I was a kid, but I heard this really clear voice that said, center yourself, breathe. And I wrote it in my journal. I remembered it. But anyway, it was a few years later, in January 2000, I did a meditation retreat at Skálholt here in Iceland. And it was 9 days, and it was very intensive. And I had this really kind of overwhelming experience of this kind of a new world opening up for me. And I just was like on fire. I was like, everybody wants this. Everybody wants this experience. And but I found out pretty soon after that people thought it was pretty weird. Nobody was really interested in meditation. At that particular point, yoga was still progressive and alternative and exotic, and meditation was not on the map. So, but I was just, nothing was going to stop me. I was meditating every day, and continued on that path, and then so I've been really into it since 2000, very much a regular meditator, and then came back to Iceland and started teaching. And the kind of meditation I've been doing is a little bit different than the traditional mindfulness or some of the the ones that are really mainstream. So I just want to find out here, how many people here have meditated before? A lot of people. I'd say definitely over half. Okay, most people meditated. How many people here are aware that meditation can be effective against stress? Okay, that's everybody. Okay, how many people here would like to learn some meditation tools that would help them release some stress? Okay, that's still a majority. Okay, good. Okay, so there is a growing movement for meditation now. I mean, in fact, it's really pretty powerful. I was even noticing in your video, Tristan, there were some people that were wearing beads, meditation beads, and you're probably seeing it at the BBC. There's a lot of people into meditation, and it's just blowing up. In fact, meditation apps are some of the fastest growing ones. And people, there's just a demand. There's a demand for meditation. People are stressed, kind of out of their minds these days. There's so much we're juggling in a day. Our minds are so full, and a lot of people feel like, well, I understand meditation helps some people. Meditation is not for me because I don't think I can do it. I think I've got one of those brains that's like wired that it's not possible, because my brain is exceptionally active, or monkey mind or whatever, and I understand that really well, because when I started meditating, my mind was just like, woo, going everywhere, and it was very, very difficult for me to focus on meditative thinking, contemplating something. I was given an exercise once by a meditation teacher where we were staring at a chair in the middle of the room. We had to look at it for 20 minutes and decide, if I had to make that chair, how would I make it? And we had to focus on it for 20 minutes. And I hated that exercise more than anything, because that's the last thing I wanted to do. Why am I thinking about this for 20 minutes? But the point was, can you actually focus your mind for 20 minutes on one thing? And for me, it was like really, really hard. I mean, I've gained ground, you know, just through learning the tools of meditation. I've been able to focus more. But, okay. Forgive me for being very spontaneous and unstructured in my talk. I hope it's okay with you guys. I just kind of want to go with the flow. But I wanted to just, just give you an idea what we're creating with Flow. We've got, our goal is we have like these really simple, accessible tools. So to take meditation out of that realm of like, it's hard, you have to sit, you have to be silent, you have to close your eyes. It's even impossible, some people think, or it's difficult. And we want to just make it like, oh, here, I want to try that. That's in VR. Oh yeah. Oh, that's in AR. Yeah, I'll try that. You know. And then you get like a feeling, oh, yeah, I get it. That's helpful. And then you have these tools. So the number one tool, or we have like a flow method, is breath, or your breathing. So that's really simple. Everybody can do that. So I was going to just ask everybody here, can everybody just please take a deep breath? Okay, most of us normally breathe about 20% of our breath capacity. And that's just how we are. You know, we just grow up and we're just kind of hold it. It's like kind of just tight, or, you know, just not expansive. So just in these next moment, like while I'm talking for the rest of this talk, just can you just keep breathing? And when you're inhaling, make an effort to make a little bit more space inside. Expand the rib cage a little more. Like it's kind of a stretch. Stretch your muscles around this area. This is sometimes called the heart chakra in yoga, but it's like this part of your body is, you know, it's kind of your center. And just breathing immediately connects you to that part of you, which is, it is immediately deeper than the mind. And the breath is a really powerful tool of meditation. It's been used pretty much in every meditation form or modality through the ages. And so we can all do that. We're all breathing, right? And humanity's been meditating since time immemorial. And I feel like, you know, meditation is in our DNA. If you talk to a kid and you talk about, and they're already doing it. It's not like anything of stretch. So number one is breath. Okay, so just one other experiment. Breathe in, and breathe in some more, and breathe in some more, breathe in some more, breathe in some more, breathe in some more, breathe in some more. Okay, you can tell now, you know, our capacity for breath is way bigger than we normally use. And just by bringing attention to that area, you're already meditating. Okay, so now when you add that's the first mode of flow, just learning to breathe and breathing meditation, simple, with music and immersion in nature. And then you have, what do you do? What happens when you bring an element of focus to your meditation? So what is it? Okay, if you were to learn meditation, or if you were to keep meditating, or if you were, you know, wherever you're at, what would it be that you would want to gain? So some people, you know, we did a survey last summer. The top 3 choices: calm, focus, and energy. So you can pick one of those words, or you can pick your own word, because everybody's unique, and there are infinite possibilities what you can find in meditation. So, all right, let's take that word and put our hands together in front of our chest. And as we breathe in, you just raise your hands up and reach to the sky. And think of your word. And then as you exhale, you can bring your hands back down to your chest. Okay, let's do that one more time. After you exhale, breathe in again. Reaching up high, as if you're making an effort to open up or reach for that essence that you're looking for, that quality, that word, and then you exhale and bring your hands down to your chest. Okay. All right, right there you've harnessed your breath, your focus or your intention, and some gentle movement. You can actually meditate like this with your breath and a focus or intention, words, a word, a series of words, mantra. You can do this while you're walking, running, swimming, whatever you're doing physically. You can move and meditate at the same time. You don't have to sit silently. That's the first 3 modes of flow. The 4th is letting go. Are you ready for something new? Everyone stand up. Okay, so when you learn to meditate, we sometimes come against resistance or some form of resistance or restriction or tension or blocks. There could be, there could be fear, there could be worry, there could be irritation. There could be so many things that just stop you from going within or going deeper within. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the best tool I know. Okay, if I had a small hand towel with me, I would roll up one end, I would fold it, and I'd roll up one end to form a muffler. And then this is called the scream towel, the imaginary scream towel. This is the latest in meditation technology. This scream towel, it helps you to let go. So I don't have that with me now, and we don't have that, so we're all gonna be together in using our inner arm as our muffler. So what we do is we take a deep breath in, and think about something we want to let go of. I'll demonstrate it once, and then we'll do this together. Okay. Okay. That's the way you can let go. All right, so you can think of something that's been bothering you, irritating you, some sort of tension, whatever. Breathe deeply into the belly. Breathe that breath in, and all together now. Okay. Whew. Okay, let's do that again. Everyone's smiling. Okay, good. Deep breath in. Great. Okay, you can sit down. Okay, so that's a healthy release. We tend to bottle up our feelings, build them up, and they build up and they get bottled up, and then sometimes they burst out unintentionally on other people, or sometimes they leak out in ways that don't serve us. So releasing a pent-up energy or emotions is a healthy release, and it also helps us to go deeper in meditation. So the next mode would be calm. So once you've been breathing, focusing, moving, letting go, you can really naturally reach a depth of calm. And that's normally what people think of when they think of meditation. But now we're using technology to reach that calm quicker. The next mode that we're touching on in flow is how to achieve better rest or sleep. And so many people are sleep challenged, including myself. And what I've learned by using my meditation tools and working on sleep and nighttime is that you can kind of treat your night, because so many of us are so busy, including myself, sometimes you don't get your 3, 5, 10 minutes of meditation in your day. So it comes to the end of the day, you can use your whole night long as a meditation if you set yourself up properly. So you want to go to sleep with the last thought you think of kind of connected to your desire, your heart's desire. What is it you want to find? You can write something down on your bed, in your journal, like a little self-inquiry. It could be an intention or a prayer, whatever works. You write that, in your journal maybe, or just think about it, go to sleep, and try to have that last thought be connected to your heart's desire. And then your nighttime can be like time for yourself, time for your relationship with your heart and soul, time for your relationship with your higher power, however you want to think about it. So it's a real great thing, and that's actually how I got the flow modes, the 6 modes, and it came to me at 4 o'clock in the morning. I woke up and I just downloaded this idea, the diagram, and everything, wrote it down. That happened last summer. So it can be a very rich time. If you wake up in the night, instead of being stressed about being awake, you can kind of meditate, write some stuff down, and then go back to sleep more calm. So that's flow and technology. I mean, I left Palo Alto back in 1990 to go live in Ireland and join a theater company, and I was like, I don't know. I guess it was, to me, I loved my childhood. It was an amazing time to grow up, but things got so accelerated and kind of materialistic, and I wanted to live an artistic life, bohemian life. That's probably why I ended up in Iceland. So I didn't know that I would end up kind of coming back full circle and working in technology, but here I am. Because, like Tristan was saying, it's all about, universality or connectivity or all these amazing tools that we can, when you have stories and you have some gifts, you want to be able to share them with as many people as possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Tristan.